Hey y'all, I'm hoping everybody's doing well. So, I'm going to tell you about a little incident that happened the other day that was uncalled for, but nevertheless it happened. Sometimes, and I think women who are watching this will agree, women friends can be extremely complicated and extremely difficult. I don't know why women are so goddamn complicated. I think a lot of it has to do with hormones, lack of communication, copying this mean girls mentality because they think that's cool. I don't really know. And there's no age limit. People 40s and above act like this too. And so anyway, I think that a lot of people don't seem to understand. There's a big difference between I'm having a discussion with you and I'm trying to force you to think the way I feel, to agree with how I feel. There's a big difference, okay? If someone is having a discussion, and now let's go back to narcissism for a second. And I've dealt with this with narcissists before, one of them in particular. And if you don't agree with what they say, so let's say they said something like, and I'm just going to pull something right out of the air. I like fried pickles. I think everybody should like fried pickles. And, you know, I wouldn't want to have that. So if I said, well, I'm not into that, why are you trying to start an argument? That's not an argument. That is someone expressing their opinion. Okay? That's something, someone expressing their opinion, period. There's a big difference. Having a discussion is not the same as an argument. Presenting facts is not trying to force someone to see it your way. There's a difference between an opinion and a fact. An opinion is, I think all stores should be open till 9 p.m. The fact is, a lot of stores are closed before that, especially on Sunday. Okay? So, shoot. I'm looking for the... Milo, come back over here. Right now. Get out. Out. Where did I put it? I put it on the other thing. Okay. Get your butt over here. Don't start. Just because I'm making a video. Don't start. Get up here. And don't be burping in the freaking... Get up here. That's rude. Get up here. Now. Sorry, guys. Behave. So, sorry. There's a difference between an opinion and a fact. So, women are so mother-freaking difficult. They really are. Not all women, thank God. Women who are more laid back, women who are more chill, they don't get their feathers ruffled easier. They're easier to get along with because they don't jump the gun and jump your ass because they don't like what you said or they don't agree or whatever. So anyway, was having a discussion with someone and making a commentary about a club that has been incorporated into schools, and sorry about that. It's in 6 schools already, and it is the opposite of God. Let's just put it that way. All right, and I don't think that's cool at all, and that's the reason I made the comment, because of the indoctrination. I wouldn't have, if I had kids, I wouldn't have them in school. I would hire a tutor, or I would teach them myself. That's just me. But anyway, so I was talking to this person about the Bible, and they don't believe in the Bible, and they think it's a bunch of mythology and all of that, which I don't really know who taught this person that or where they got that assumption from. But it's kind of ludicrous because there's scientific proof of what's in the Bible. There's actual scientific proof. For example, when God was talking to Moses on top of Mount Sinai, he had set a bush on fire. I think Moses, don't quote me on it, but I think Moses wanted a sign or something. Anyway, the bush ended up on fire. Okay? God set the bush on fire. Well, to this very day, if you go to that mountain or you look it up online, you will see the burn marks in that bush. Okay? There's also been chariot wheels found at the bottom of the Red Sea. There has been horse bones found at the bottom of the Red Sea because Jesus parted the Red Sea so the Israelites could go through, and because the Pharaoh, who's the bad guy, the Pharaoh and his men were chasing after the Israelites, and God brought this Red Sea apart and then brought it back together, and so the bad guy and all of his minions were drowned. Well, there's been proof of that. There's been chariot wheels at the bottom of the Red Sea, and there's been horse bones found at the bottom of the Red Sea. There's also been, I want to say, is it Mount Ararat? I think. I can't remember. Don't quote me. But there's pieces of the ark that Noah had built because it was going to be, plagues, rain for 40 days and 40 nights or something. I don't remember. But there's severe flooding. Man, don't quote me. But anyway, Noah built an ark. And there's pieces of wood that were found in the mountains also. So that can fit right into, that's where the ark was built. Here's evidence, there's physical proof. So, it isn't a book of fairy tales. If somebody is conflicted on the Bible, or they think, not conflicted, but if they don't think the Bible is real, that tells me that you don't think God is real, because God and Jesus, there were things that happened in there that are actually true. And if you research, how did the disciples get killed? You could find the historical facts surrounding each one of their deaths, which most of them died horrific deaths or were murdered or something. It was just awful. But sometimes when a topic is triggering, like it was when I had a discussion with this one person, the topic was triggering, so they got defensive and made it a point to tell me that the Bible is mythology and all of that. And this was the final straw. This was the final straw. When the individual said to me, I don't believe in it. I don't want to be talked into it because that's a boundary. That was the last straw. I cut this person off. I'm done. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I know, excuse me, God, for cussing. Who do you think you are that nobody can have a discussion with you unless you agree to the topic? Who do you think you are? Do you honestly think, let's use common sense, do you honestly think that everything a person brings up is a topic that you want to freaking hear? You gotta be kidding me. I've got a friend who's addicted to politics. Do I want to hear that 24/7? I do not. Sometimes I go along with it, and other times I'm like, you know what? I'm having a good day. I don't want to hear that. Okay? I don't jump in his world. I don't say, don't bring that up with me. That's a boundary. That's an improper use of boundaries. People, you're not so wonderful and so entitled that the world is only going to talk to you about things that you approve of. That tells me you are a narcissist if you think that you can only talk about certain things, that people better not discuss nothing else or else. Who the hell? Look, I'm doing house cleaning. I'm getting rid of people left and right because I don't give a damn. I don't care. It's not my job to teach you how to treat people. It is not my job to teach you how to communicate properly. It is not my job to teach you that you should know when boundaries should be popped up and when they shouldn't. Now, I'll give you an example of when you bring up a boundary. You've asked an acquaintance for an example. You asked an acquaintance, I need you to not call me past 9 o'clock because my baby goes to bed and I go to bed early because I get up early for work. And the person insists on calling you at 9:30, 10 o'clock p.m. That's when you could get a little irritated and you could reach in your little pocket and pull out your freaking boundary since you're so desperate to use it. And you tell them, if you do that one more time, if you call again after 9 p.m., I'm not going to be able to talk to you anymore because I've asked you not to do that out of respect. And it seems to me that you want to do what you want to do, and that's not going to work. That's when you pull out a boundary. You don't pull out a boundary because you don't like the topic, it rubs you wrong, you don't believe in God, or you don't believe in the Bible. So if somebody brings it up, you're going to have to smack them down. You know how many times somebody brought up a topic that I didn't want to hear? At work? What you going to do? Tell all your coworkers off? You going to break out boundaries? You going to let them have it? You got to see them every day. You're going to play nice with them in the sandbox. Okay? People are going to tell you about your relationship. You don't want to hear it, but they're going to tell you. You should not be with this person because they don't respect you. They don't treat you well. You know? You insist on being with them, but the person keeps disrespecting you. Is that something you want to hear? No. No. But if it's your mother or your father, you're probably going to sit there and just take it because you don't want to cuss them out. You don't want to say you're crossing a boundary. Certain people you're not going to play that with. Well, you don't talk to your friends like that either. If that person's a real friend, you don't do that. Having a discussion is a discussion. There is nowhere in a conversation where I said, this is proof of the Bible, and you better start believing in it, because if you don't believe in it, I can't talk to you ever again. I never threatened nobody. You know what? Let me just throw the meat and taters on the goddamn table right now. If somebody don't believe in God, and somebody don't believe in the Bible, I don't care. That's your life. That's your life. Because that's between you and God. You're the only person who has to stand in judgment in front of him at the end of your life and explain. I'm not your lawyer. I'm not going to stand there and intervene on your behalf. That's between you and him. Just saying. So I don't really care. If somebody don't want to listen, I don't care. If I tell you, don't go down a certain highway because I got a bad feeling about it. Some people have I don't know what you call it. Like they have a premonition, right? Please don't go down that road today. You know it's prone to accidents and I have a bad feeling. Please don't go. Or can you go earlier than that or go later because I have a bad feeling? Some people are right on target with their premonition. And if the person does it and they end up in a horrible car accident, that person told you that's probably not a good idea, but you did it anyway. If a person wants to do whatever anyway, that's on them. A discussion is not a disagreement. A discussion is a discussion. A discussion is also not somebody holding you at gunpoint saying, you're going to believe in the Bible. You're going to believe today. You understand me? You heard? Where in someone's mind do you think that if someone discusses something and tells you that there's scientific proof of the Bible, where in that conversation did they tell you, and you better start believing? Nobody said that to you. Why are you twisting shit? I can't stand people. I swear as God is my witness, I can't stand people. And I cannot stand women. There are women that are not like that, and I love you. Okay? Thank you for not being that way. But a lot of women are just so difficult, overthinking, overanalyzing, jumping to conclusions, twisting the conversation, which tells me something's wrong with you. You got a comprehension problem? That's not what I said. And people are going to get offended if you take the conversation and twist it out of context. Now that person's on edge because that's not what they said to you. I hate to go there, but I'm going to go there. This is why, when I go through this crap with women in particular, this is why I don't like people, period. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I don't. I think most people are selfish as hell. Okay? I'm a loner. I'm a loner for a reason. But women are very, very difficult. They are so god dang freaking difficult for no reason. Okay? When I go through this, especially with females, it makes me miss the hell out of Gail even more. Gail is my best friend. She passed away from cancer. We've been friends for double-digit years. I never, ever, ever, not one goddamn time, not once, did she jump in my world. We didn't jump in each other's world, period. We had discussions and maybe one mild disagreement. Like, I told y'all this before. At that point in her life, she wanted to hit the clubs all the time. I'm not a heavy-duty clubber. So she said, I don't know why you have to go to the club. Or I said, I don't know why you have to go to the club all the time. She said, I don't know why you don't like going to the club. That was the extent of it. It wasn't bitchiness or passive aggressiveness or withdrawing from me and not speaking to me or slowly withdrawing without telling me why. There was none of that. None of that. Absolutely none of that. Never. Not once. Not once. She didn't read more into shit. She just wasn't like that. But a lot of times people are difficult as hell. As you know, women, get out of there now. Now. Sorry, guys. I'm not in the mood. I'll kill him. I'll turn him into a pair of slippers. Anyway, stop laughing. It's not funny. Anyway, I lost my train of thought, but me and Gail never went through this. Never. Not once. I did know a couple that I started to not like hanging with interracial couples, especially when the woman is white and her man is not. Because she assumed because he's brown and I'm brown that I want to take him from her, which is absolutely asinine. Do you see what I mean when I say women are so god dang difficult? What is your problem? Why are you so insecure? Did anybody who's a real friend to you, did they ever take your man? Well, then that wasn't your friend. What? People are horrible. They really are. They just, I don't know. They're so self-absorbed, and women are extremely difficult, gossipy, bitchy, moody. Not all calm down. My best friend was a girl, a lady, a woman. She never, ever acted like that. Thank you, God, she never acted like that. There are some female friends from the past that I wish to God I'd stayed in touch with because we never went through these either. Carla McDonald, I miss you. Anne, we used to work together in the daycare center in New York. I miss you too. I love you. I love you both. But my God. Don't contort and twist what someone said and then have the balls to say that's a boundary. Who the hell do you think you're talking to like that? Maybe the person's therapist needs to teach them this is when you pull out the boundary and this is when you don't. I have stayed more to myself a lot lately over the past several months. I have gone deeper into loner mode, which is a beautiful, beautiful place for me to be. It is very calming. I love it. I absolutely love it. People are so damn complicated. And I find you guys, you ladies know this, that women are so catty and bitchy and gossipy, and men are usually not. They're usually mellow, chill, laid back, they're easier to get along with. That's why most of my friends have been men. None of them are narcissists because I don't get along very well with narcissists, usually, unless they're on the milder spectrum. I mean, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I had a job, and I'm going to let you guys go. I had a job where I worked at a call center. And I was getting yelled at every day, all day, every day. You're a horrible person. The company you work for is horrible. You know, how can you look in the mirror, and how do you even have a soul? And how can you even look in the mirror and be happy with who you are because of who you work for? You know, they're crap and you are too, and, you know, on and on and on. Because they were addicted to their medication, and by law, we could not just dispense it to you because you pop 10 of them in your mouth like M&Ms, and now we're supposed to give you another prescription. It's kind of illegal, just a little bit illegal. I worked there for almost a year and a half, maybe longer, hell, I don't know. Anyway, too long. I will sit here and tell you, give me angry men over women any day of the week. Any day of the week. Because after being on the phone every single day with both genders, when men get mad, this is my personal experience, when men get mad, they go off. They present the thing that they're angry about. And they go off. And then they take a deep breath and they say, okay, now what do we do? And I will sit here and calmly explain it to you. So basically, you're explaining to people why that medicine is not covered by their plan, because we had a copy of their prescription benefits plan in our computer system. So all we had to do was run your name and, you know, your account number. We could find out what your company's plan is. They got angry with us because I don't understand why they don't cover. I'll just be honest with you. One guy, the company didn't cover Viagra. And so he was really angry and he went berserk on me, but I got him to calm down. I said, well, I'm sorry, you know, maybe they only covered like 10 pills a month or something. I don't remember what the circumstances were, but I explained it to him and I said, we cannot go outside the parameters of your plan. This is what your company has set for your plan. So he went off, but then he calmed down, and then the wife gets on. She picks up another phone in another part of the house, and she starts going off on me, and I'm trying to explain to her, and she goes off on me, and I'm trying to explain, and I said, I'll wait. And she goes, what? And I said, I'll wait. And I disengaged. He managed to try to calm her down. He said, she's trying to help us. That's enough. And so I'm like right in the middle of a domestic. Every angry man, the whole time I worked there, presents the same way. They scream, they yell, they go off, throw themselves on the ground, beat the ground with their fist. They take a deep breath and they say, okay, what's you know, what can we do now? And I would explain it to them. Women, when they get mad, they want to make it personal. You're a horrible person. You're a horrible person for working for them. What is wrong with you? Did you not hear me the first time? What's wrong with your hearing? Women are so goddamn acidic. Excuse me for saying that. They are acidic. Acid dripping from their words. Why is that necessary? Why is it necessary to character assassinate somebody? Women are vicious. Vicious. You want to make it personal. You want to attack this person. You want to go off on them. You don't understand this, that, and the other. And I'm trying to explain it to you, and I'm trying to help you resolve your situation, and you're jumping down my throat. Where's the incentive to want to continue to help you? She didn't get her medication. I verified her address. She made a snotty remark. I put my phone on mute, and I told my supervisor, I said, you need to talk to her because I'm done. He said, well, you know, you're really good at de-escalating. I said, I'm done. She's mega nasty, and I'm trying to help her. He said, all right, give me a chance to get to my desk so I could pick up the call. I'm like, thank you. Because I'm about to choke the shit out of her. I'm not saying men aren't nasty. They are. They can be. But women are a special kind of nasty. You wonder why people stay to themselves. You wonder why they don't really break their neck to meet friends. You wonder why. Because you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to treat them with respect. That's why. I had another guy go off, and I'm going to let you guys go. Another guy go off on me. But he had every reason to go off because he didn't get his medication, and it's life-sustaining. If he doesn't get the medicine, he could die. So there's a cluster of people on the floor at the call center. Eric had the headset to his ears, and the guy was screaming at the top of his voice. I was a foot away from Eric, and I heard the guy screaming through the headset. Okay? So everybody's looking at me because I picked up escalated calls. The guys everybody's looking at me like, better you taking that call than me, because that's the look on their face. So I got on the phone and I told him who I was, and I'm typing 100 miles an hour while he's going off. I'm typing to find out what happened, why he didn't get his medication. Long story short, he's screaming at the top of his voice, I have HIV. If I don't get this medicine, I could die. Do you understand me? And he's just ripping into me. I totally understand that. I got it resolved. I got, FedEx was delivering his medication. FedEx wasn't able to, I said, let me, this is what I told him. I said, I personally have never had a problem with FedEx. Knock on wood. Okay. I've never had a problem with them. So if you don't mind, I would like to call them while I've got you on the line. I'll call them and find out exactly what happened. You know, may I place you on hold? He said, yes. You know, and I can't blame him. That's a reason for you to go off. Not just because you're a moody bitch. That's a real reason to go off. Anyway. So, oh my God, I hate people. Anyway, move right along. I called FedEx. FedEx, what happened was they had a new driver. So I went back on the other line and I said, okay, sir, I've got FedEx on the other line. Do you have what is the setup where you live? Do you have another house behind your main house? He said, yes, I do. My house is behind the main house, or whatever to describe to me. I said, okay, hold on. So I went back to FedEx, and then I just had all three of us on the phone. And I got back on the phone. And I said, sir, I've got FedEx on the other line, and I want them to talk to you directly and have you give them directions directly so that there's not a mix-up again with your medication. And he was like, okay, cool, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate it. Boom, done. He didn't character assassinate me. He didn't call me names. He didn't tell me you get my medicine or I'm breaking out boundaries. Excuse you? Anyway, it got resolved. I called him the next day. I was in the process of leaving a message on his phone. And I said, this is, who I am. And I'm calling you from this company. And I just want to make sure. And he picked up the phone and he said, thank you so very much for your help. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. I mean, I got it today. Thank you so much. And, all that. And I said, no problem. I understand. That's very upsetting. And if there's anything else I can help you with, make sure you give us a call. And so, there's reasons to go off. And that's a good reason to go off. You're going to die without the medicine. That's a good reason to go off. Okay? Someone flirting with your husband, that's a reason to go off. There's legitimate reasons to break out the acid, and then there's legitimate reasons not to. And if somebody is supposedly, quotation marks, a friend, you don't have to break out boundaries with them if they respect you and you supposedly respect them. Why you gotta threaten them? Why is that necessary? Then you wonder why people don't want to deal with your ass no more. Bottom line is this. Watch how you talk to people. Watch what you say. Are you accurate with your accusation? Is it a legitimate situation for you to throw an accusation out there? Or are you just being acid? Watch how you talk to people, women. Don't be so nasty and hateful. Men can be the same way, and I've dumped all of them that acted that way. Or they acted like a nice guy, but they were secretly passive-aggressive. That's just as bad as being acidic. If anybody's horrible, they're out. Regardless of the gender. But women are notorious for being nasty. Hateful. Watch how you talk to people. Watch your freaking tone. Watch your accusations. Because you're going to wind up with no friends. Watch yourself. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. My son went to the dog park today and everything went well. That was good. There is a guy there who does not discipline his dog at all. He's kind of a punk when it comes to disciplining his dog. Don't worry, I'll discipline him for you. Because I'm not going to let nobody attack my dog like I said before. Okay? You break your foot off in your dog's ass or I will. It's just that simple. I'm a mother bear protecting her cub. Whoever doesn't like it, there's a door, get out my face. It's just that simple. Anyway, some of you women can probably relate to nasty, nasty, nasty women. Acid women. There's just no excuse for it. There's no excuse. So anyway, you guys take care. Much love.